All right, welcome to Pizza Dow's community call of Sunday, August 18th, 2024. Bow, bow, bow. How are you doing, my dons?
Doing very well, thank you. How's it going on your side?
Oh, I'm feeling great. We got a packed call to get through today, so maybe we just jump right in here. First order of business. Okay, so we have ape delegation here at the top. I see Scrummy updated the menu to include it. So, long story short, some of our friends over at the ApeCoin DAO are interested in potentially allocating a set of tokens to be delegated to Pizza DAO, meaning we would control how they vote. I think this is something that we could get this offer from a lot more communities over time. My concern is just that we actually vote. So we did try to have some nouns delegates before. I think it was a very mixed success. We don't really actually vote with our noun as a DAO very often, unless a member specifically requests. So I'm not. I do think we want to. People within the ecosystem see Pizza DAO as this trustworthy entity, and I think they do want to delegate votes to us. But we have to figure out how to actually make sure that we vote with those delegations in a way that we value, that we believe in, right, as a community. Does anyone have any thoughts on these kinds of delegation opportunities? No strong opinions. We can just skip it for today. We can bring it up next week, but it's something to think about.
If can you hear me? I was looking for a microphone. I don't know if you can hear me well like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah. Oh, also,
Yeah,
did everyone retweet the room? That's my repost the room. So everyone should retweet the call. Who is
yes.
here? Let me drop that in the comments. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I just want to say regards the nouns, the delegation. I remember I was attempting to be like in the noun sales and like this, but it felt I didn't felt welcome if I say short. Yeah. So I don't know, like it's perhaps individual, community to community. I feel like personally more enthusiastic about the apes because like my personal experience was always better with the people. But yeah, so let's see,
And
let's
to
see. But
be
I think
clear,
it's good.
we didn't
It's good.
have to. So I think that maybe ultimately we do want to delegate noun 292 to Nouncil, considering that so far our community, like we haven't really had time to vote really carefully with our noun. I don't think. I know I haven't voted carefully with the noun. I mean, I vote for it, so like I'll vote with the noun when a friend
Yeah.
reaches out and says, "Hey, vote for my thing." But beyond that, we don't really, as a community, like we're not, we're not really making the votes, and it's no joke. I mean, there are a lot of proposals that come through in nouns. In order to make intelligent votes on all of them, it's no joke. So I mean, I kind of feel like we should potentially delegate to Nouncil with our noun, but that also is not like a great signal to other DAOs that might be interested in delegating to us. That said, maybe apes would be different because we do have so many apes within the community that we could say like this is the Pizza DAO ape delegation. So yeah, we have a couple apes on the call. Yeah, we could discuss it on the governance crew. Let's add that to the governance crew. I'll throw it in there now. On the crew table. But yeah, because I think, look, we represent a huge portion of this ecosystem potentially, like who are represented within our membership. So it's great that we can maybe do this governance role. Um, Correct. It's not. Yeah, it's not like we have. I mean, So Don Diablo says ApeCoin has a handful of holders with a large amount of tokens, so it won't be that much responsibility, but it's a good signal. And yeah. I mean, it would be more a political thing for us. It wouldn't be like we were actually swaying the vote with our voting power. It would be more like people might pay attention to how Pizza DAO voted because they care. Um, anything else we should talk about with like delegations from other DAOs? Okay, I'm gonna add that to your crew task. Oh, find new proposed bot. Okay, it's been there. I'll share my screen saver and see what I'm doing real quick. Okay, boom. Just adding another row here. And anyone, like, feel free to add and remove. Well, add. Don't remove stuff from these crew sheets if you can, but add stuff. Like, if you think that there's something one of these crews should be working on, you can add it. Announce vote. And 292 votes. And I'll add ApeCoin delegation here too. Okay. Anything else about delegations or stuff like that? Okay. Going once, going twice.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are there any future delegations that Pizza DAO is interested in?
Good question. So, yeah, like what other DAOs do we maybe want to have a voice in? Maybe in like Optimism or Arbitrum. I don't know that we're in a Polygon. Maybe in some of the L2s we could have a voice. What are the other big DAOs that we actually care about in the ecosystem? Is a really good question. Well, maybe as we.
Bitcoin? What about the Gitcoin? Getting the DAO members deep into the Gitcoin ranks, that will make our stuff a little bit better, because it will mean that our projects get head better and better visibility within the Gitcoin ecosystem.
Okay, so maybe Gitcoin is an opportunity, and actually, thank you very much for bringing that up, because we don't have Octant on our menu today, and that's actually really important, a really important update. So I want to get into that next. Okay, so Gitcoin is a potential. I'll put that in the notes. Other DAOs we might be interested in, and we're gonna say so Gitcoin. I think Octant, which we're already working on. I think maybe Unlock, that has a DAO. We could probably be, we've already, so everybody knows, like Unlock has already integrated a lot of features that our community has suggested. So, I think we've really helped them out.
It's the event.
The event protocol, yeah. You'll notice like the way that we have the square format, that was a request we made. The little loading window, like there are a lot of small tweaks to the product that we've kind of learned were necessary from using it so much. Okay.
Compound has a solid DAO.
Yeah, but we're probably not super. Like maybe ultimately MakerDAO is somewhere we could hold some sort of sway, but I don't think we're very relevant there until we have some real estate. All right. Next, Octant. So Octant is giving GLM tokens to any Pizza DAO member who pledges to vote in the, between now and February. It's not that hard to vote and to lock your tokens. And so we had our first session for Pizza DAO Octant voters on last week, and we have 11 people that now have voting capabilities, but I told James we would get 50 to 100. So that means we have a decent amount of work to do to sign up other members. The value of us getting a bunch of Pizza DAO members into the Octant voting is that, we assume that our community will probably vote for Pizza DAO. or or at least give us some of the vote. So, and we did get 5 ETH in the last epic, which is great. That's as much as we've ever gotten in a Gitcoin round, actually. So, if you don't know how Octant works, basically they have 100,000 ETH staked, and then they distribute the yield from the ETH to projects that are voted for in each epic. So there's another Octant vote coming up in October. And by then, actually, the earlier we get everyone their tokens and the sooner they lock them, the more voting power our voting block will ultimately have in Octant Epic 5. So if you do not have GLM tokens and you are on this call, please join this Telegram chat that I just linked. And please join a session with, it should only take a half hour to join a session with me and James from Octant, and we'll get everyone their tokens and teach you how to vote. It's pretty simple, but this could actually result in a lot of funding for the DAO. Plus, in the long term, worst case scenario, if you want to sell your tokens in like a year or two, I'm pretty sure the tokens are worth a few $100 anyway. So you're ultimately getting paid for a few hours of your time effectively, and it's a big benefit to the DAO. The next session hasn't been scheduled yet, but if you join that Telegram chat, we will coordinate there. And please recruit other members of Pizza DAO. If everyone on this call could get 2 of your friends who are in Pizza DAO to join this Telegram group, that's what we really need, because there are 31 members. If we're going to get to 50 voters, then everybody needs to help add some more people. Any questions or comments about Octant?
Yeah, quick question. So for the last session, based on the recording I'm seeing, if locking takes 90 days, how long, what's the voting power of somebody that just votes, just locks recently? Because September is barely 30 days, and let's say we have like less than 16 days, so that's like, you have like 45.
You
So
still
your
get like
efficiency would
half
be
the
like,
voting power.
okay,
Here,
so you
I'll
get
show you.
50% efficiency.
I'll show you. So here, let me just change windows. So here's my profile. If I go to the Earn tab, you can see that I locked 1,050 GLM, which is about $300 of GLM. I did this the other day, and I'm already at about 2/3. And it will, it'll just gradually compound. But so the earlier we do this, the more voting power. But it's not like if you don't do this, you have no voting power. You'll have at least half voting power, I'm pretty sure, the moment you lock. But the point is, do this, because if we look at the allocation window, it's the 13th of October. So today is the 18th. That is still, about 2 months. That's plenty of time to vest a lot of your balance.
Okay, that sounds cool. So we are just to recruit more people, more trustable people that we are sure that would vote during the round.
Yes, especially really members of Pizza DAO we would like to recruit. If they're in the broader community, that's okay. But ideally, we want this is for members of Pizza DAO.
Okay. I think a very good way to start is that we have party hosts. So I think reaching out to the party hosts that are a little bit active in the ecosystem would actually
100%.
do us good. So I think probably like we could leverage on them, because we have over 900 and something people. Yeah, so there's a lot of people, or let's say 600 and something. We have a lot of people. That's just my point. So if we leverage on them and stake, and get them to stake, we could actually get a lot of. We can make up to 10x this next round. That being the goal.
I totally agree.
Yeah, 10x this next round. So crazy times.
Yeah, so we received 4.9 ETH I'm just writing a message to the Box Mafia here in Epic Core, and we have an opportunity to receive significant more in Epic 5. We can onboard a bunch of our community to vote. If you're...
I have to say, I completely forgot about this, but I wasn't on computer last week, so now I'm opening it and trying to do whatever is needed or what. I'm already, while huffing and puffing, opening my old computer, connecting here.
Yeah, so this is a great opportunity. They will give us some level of recurring funding, and and they really understand what we're trying to do, and they're supportive of us. So, yeah. Any questions, comments on Octant? Yeah, and if you look at these top projects, we could be up here with some of the top projects. We could be getting as much as 10 ETH from Octant in October, and that makes a big difference for us. I mean, if you look at our treasury, that's a good thing for us to do on this call. So our treasury is currently at about 130,000, 127.2. And then I guess we additionally have in our bank account, I think we have 2 or 3K. So, not the most money Pizza DAO has ever had, but also not the least. Any questions or comments about Pizza DAO's financial status?
No, none for me.
All right. Okay, quorum design and proposal bot revamp. So on the governance call, we've been looking at new proposal bots. We want all the features of our current bot, but we would also really like the public to be able to look at our proposals channel. We don't actually want it to be private. It is only currently private because we can't, because our bot doesn't roll gate the votes. It actually may be that if we pay for the pro version of Sashbot that it will let us, or it may be that it's the pro version of Me6. But this is an ongoing research area for us. If anyone has any thoughts about this, would love to hear. I'm looking here if this actually does it. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, restrict RSVPs and voting by role. So in fact, Sash Premium may be our solution. It looks like it costs $5 a month, or $50 a year, or $120 forever. I think we should do this.
Don't you want to test it out? Probably give it the rough test so you'll be sure it works the way you want it to work.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe
sure
we
it's
subscribe
massively
for the $5 per month. Maybe we do a $5 per month and we test it out first.
Or reach out, ask them for a free trial month.
It's $5. It costs more for me to reach out.
Okay, fair enough.
If you want to reach out. I mean, it's not a bad idea to be in touch with Sesh, honestly. I think we're doing cool stuff with their bot. So maybe. Okay. Pineapple Puzo. Can Pizza DAO buy a pizzeria? We are getting a lot closer to buying real estate. I think, yeah, it's still Toronto. I think we need to follow up on Melbourne mostly. I also noticed we have a pizza trainee here, Oxbell1 GM. Welcome to the Pizza DAO Discord and our community call. Good to see you. Looks like a Remilio PFP. Well, if you want to say hello, feel free to. Oh, hello. What's up?
Yeah, hello. No, happy to be here, guys, on Twitter. It's a lover connoisseur ex pizza maker in Philadelphia. And yeah, no, happy to be here. Thank you for the warm welcome.
You're a Philadelphian?
I sure am. Yeah. Anybody else?
Where do you live?
Yeah,
I'm on Broad Street.
Yeah, so I used to work over at Wood Street Pizza.
All right. Where is Wood Street Pizza? I actually don't know that. Okay, so that's over near Temple.
So Wood Street, yeah, like 12th and Wood.
A little further south, actually. It's right by Race. Okay, yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
So
Delicious.
this is funny. We were looking at buying property on Ridge Avenue, right near there.
Okay. Nice.
Let me show you. We ultimately didn't, but this was I think they're putting an ice cream store in there now. But one of the first pizzeria real estate locations we were looking at was here. I'll show you. I think it's 1713 Ridge. Let me see where we have it linked. I can drop it in the chat. Oh no, 1729 Ridge. So yeah, here's the info on that one. But I think it did sell, or it did get rented. So we're probably not gonna do that. Okay, next. Oh, what's your favorite pizza topping?
Favorite pizza topping. I'm gonna have to go with. Well, it depends. It's like a loaded question for me because is it on a red pie or a white pie?
Ooh, your choice. What's your favorite pie?
All right, so if we're going white pie, I'm a red pie guy, through and through. But if it's a white pie, you got to throw some mushroom on there. Red pie, I'm gonna have to go with pepperoni, man. Just the classic.
All right, and what's your favorite mafia movie?
Oh, if it switches between Bronx Tale and The Godfather, man, Godfather. Now we're going to get into a deeper discussion.
All right. Welcome to the Pizza Mafia, Chaz Pepperoni.
What about you?
I'm Enzo Pepperoni, so I'm with you. We could split a pie.
Love it. Did you try out, and not to take over, but did you try the new pizzeria on? Oh God, it just opened up. The kid's like 19 or 20 over near Germantown Ave.
No.
They took over Eva.
Okay.
Eva Pizza.
No, I don't live in that neighborhood, so I'm not. But we did actually drive all through Germantown. You know Williamsburg Pizza in New York?
I've never been. Sounds familiar though.
Yeah, so Aaron is a member of the DAO. We're looking at where to buy property together in
Nice.
Philly, and so we drove all through Germantown.
Wow.
But we're mostly looking in like Southwest Philly and in the Divine Lorraine area.
And so I'm sorry. So I'm, this is my first time in here, but so what are your plans for purchasing property to open up an actual Pizza DAO pizzeria?
No, it won't be a Pizza DAO brand. It'll be our partner's brand, and we'll support the financing of the real estate.
Oh, nice, man. Congrats. Oh, it's called Char. Char.
All right.
Char Pizza.
Nice. Char. It's a young guy, 21. I'm checking the Instagram. We got 6,900 followers. Okay. Here's the squad.
Yeah, Pizzata, yeah.
Oh no, they're just friendly, I guess. Got it. Okay. Oh, he used to work at Han Dynasty? Maybe. Anyway, okay, cool. Yeah, that space was beautiful, Keanu, but I don't think that's going to be what we buy. But we've been looking at others. Let's keep it, how are we on time? Okay, we're about halfway through the call, so let's keep it moving. Chaz, when you get a chance, I'll tag you, and you can hit the Join the Mafia channel, and then we'll come back and talk to you about it. All right. Toronto recap. Our Toronto party was great. I mean, you might have seen some of the footage on Twitter, y'all. We had, thanks to Don Scrimmy John's idea, we hired a breakdancer crew, 2 of them. They were great, actually. And the party, I think 200 to 250 people came through. It was at a really nice gallery. I think the DAO cleared $500 or $750, which is big for us to actually break above even on an event. And I think that's most of what I have to report. Anyone else? Any questions, comments, or yeah, Icy Toe was at the event. And was anyone else on the call there? No, but there were we had 10 Pizza DAO members at the event, so it was pretty cool. Icy Toad, anything to report from the event?
He mostly said it. I mean, great venue, great turnout. Yeah, we had 10 members. All the people from the Toronto area were there, and the typical out of town crew. Very positive feedback so far. Everybody's been telling me how much they loved it. Hearing random people that I didn't recognize talk about how great it was, even in the bathrooms at the conference. So yeah, I think we did well.
Yeah, I'm sharing a few. Oh, it looks like I guess we supported an event in Goa with Nikhil. So that was cool. And I'm just looking I know there was some footage of the breakdancers, and I just want to find it because they were actually really good. Oh, also Dante and I talked to a crew in Kenya. We made a little appearance on video chat, and that was super fun. So we're growing that community there. Oh, here, I found some nice footage of the party. Just drop it in the chat.
I have to say,
yeah.
I have to say, it must have been genius to get the breakdancer last week when you were talking about it. I didn't see what happened on the Olympic Games, so I think from marketing point of view, it must have been really appreciated by everyone. I mean, now as everybody talking about it and so on. So
It was very smart by Don
great
John.
idea, must be.
I mean, I'm guessing go forward, we can get the Australia woman for pretty cheap.
We probably could, and I did. If you watch the breakdancers, you'll see they do some of her moves. They do the kanga. I did ask them specifically to do some of the ray gun moves.
But I have to say, I'm mixed feelings about it because here it was always taken so serious. People do the courses, or in Poland there is so many competitions in it, and people dedicate their life to it, and then this. But overall, it's the topic. Basically, I think great to have it on Pizza Party. Yeah.
Are we taking a little break, or I just can't hear anyone?
Oh my God, I was muted and I was trying to say something. Thank you.
I think Snacks is muted.
I was saying, yeah, sorry. I was saying the next thing is we have a social media post submission form that we've been working on. So if you ever want to make a tweet on the Pizza DAO account, this is a solution. Another Don Scrimmy John. And let me see. I think this is currently set where you have to log in. Maybe we can change that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I may need to get permissions on this form so that I can change it, but everyone can see what the questions are, and I'll just take a screenshot of it and you can see. But it's pretty simple. It's just like we want to make it so that everybody can get their post submitted on the form or on our Twitter if you have stuff you want to. And this is as our crews go larger, if they want to make announcements, we want each crew to be able to fill out this form. Any questions or comments on our tweet strategy? Okay. Onboarding. Oh, Chaz, did you get a chance to pick your turtles? Okay, when you get a chance, go to the Join the Mafia channel, which I tagged you on. I tagged a link to it with your name in the Pizza Hacking Radio chat. Okay, let's go through events real quick. So we have a bunch coming up. We have like a little bit. We get to catch our breath a little bit here, which is great. We do have DAO Tokyo coming up. Oh my God, everybody, wait till you see this. Actually, this is so cool. Check this amazing art for our Tokyo party. Okay, I'm just gonna share it in the chat here. Oh wait, I guess you can see it. Those of you who are watching my screen can see it. But yeah, check it out. It's an 8-bit Molto Beni. Really awesome. So yeah, really happy with how our events have been going with hiring local artist talent to do the flyers. It helps us so much because Turkey Sauces doesn't have to do more artwork, which is great. And we get to showcase these local artists, which often, results in amazing stuff like this. So super happy about this. And yes, agreed. And we're gonna keep on leaning into hiring local artists. We budget $250 for these artworks. So, if you have friends who might want to do these, especially if they live in some of the cities that we're coming to over the next few months, please reach out to them. I just hired somebody to do. Actually, this is something. If you have an ape that you would like to appear in our flyer for Ape Fest, please comment the ape ID. I know we have a few apes on the call. We need your permission to include your apes in our flyer for Ape Fest. So please comment some ape IDs. What about physical art, Papa Mush? We do like to hire artists for our events. In Nashville, I actually tried to hire a Pepe artist, but she was too busy. We did bring a banjo player who was amazing. So we like to have performances, and we also like to have live art at our events. Oh, that reminds me, it was Molto Beni's statue debut in Toronto. So in fact, the statues were so beloved by the crowd that one of them walked off. So it's nice to know that our merch is consistently good enough to steal.
One of them was kidnapped.
Yes, Molto Beni got kidnapped. So pretty funny. But hopefully he lives a great life wherever he is today. We had 3 Molto Beni statues, and yeah, they were a big hit. People took a lot of photos with them. They were really cute. Shout out to, he's not on the call, but Basil Corleone for delivering on his proposal and making us a bunch of Molto Benis. Okay. DAO Tokyo is coming up. Okay, so then the other one, I'm sort of tempted to punt on Blockchain Week because so far we haven't hit critical mass for our Korea team. We could still lean into it, but have you seen Molto Beni? But I don't. Granted, everybody in Korea is asleep right now, so anyway, we could potentially pursue it, but I don't know. then we have a bunch of events in Africa in September. We have the Botswana Blockchain Summit, we have Web3 Lagos, and we have eSafari. We really have to have an Africa team meeting about these. I see Satoshi Scorsese's on the call. I see Pepperoni Puzo is here. I see Pineapple Ford Coppola. So I would like to get, and Pineapple Puzo. So I would like to get our whole team together. Oh, Meatballs is here too. So I'd like to get all of us on a call together to plan out our Africa plans. I don't know that we can do all 3 of these events. I would love to do 2 of them. But we need to discuss this. Anchovies Montana is not on the call, so we're going to have to talk to him about Botswana. But I think we should be able to do something for Web3 Lagos. Any questions or comments about Africa in September?
Yeah, so thank you very much, Max. So currently this week, so I have some of my team, some of the African party members actually out this new week seeking venues. So our whole goal for the event is actually to partner with the pizzeria. So in that way, we kind of have a free venue. So we don't need to worry about venue. We just pay for pizza
I would say.
bring the equipment in.
So my warning is that generally the pizzeria is too small, or they're doing too much business for it to make sense for them. It might be different with certain pizzerias, but generally for if we have an event where we may not have the largest budget, the best strategy is to find an office or a co-working or a community space to host the event in. So that's what I would try for. If there's an ICP hub, or if there's some sort of Lagos blockchain community that has an office.
Okay.
That would be, because we're Pizza DAO, so people they might know the name. They might be excited to have us in their space. So that would be, it's great to build a relationship with the pizzeria and find the best pizza, but hosting at the pizzeria, it's a fine last resort, but it isn't usually ideal. If that makes sense. Now,
Yes,
if we feel like we're not having any success with fundraising, and we're not going to have a big party, having 20 or 30 people come to the pizzeria is totally fine, and we can do that. But let's try and do something a little bigger.
Okay, so I would like to ask, just like to get a quick numbers. So in a sense, if you wanted to throw the pizza party, what would be the ideal number of guests we should be looking at for? I don't know if you can hear me.
I think the ideal number, because we haven't done a ton of events there yet, maybe we shoot for 100 people.
100 people.
Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah, it's reasonable. Very reasonable and safe. So I also like to ask, is there an ideal budget for this 100 people?
If we're doing 100 people, I think I would shoot to do the entire event for probably 1,500 or less. But it's really going to depend a little on sponsors. If we're in a pinch, Pizza DAO can contribute 625, right? We could put in a proposal. But I think we could get ICP to contribute 500 or 1,000. And then maybe we could talk to some other ecosystem companies and see if we can't get a couple other sponsorships. And I can help you with that. But the first step here is really to find a venue. So I would, and if we can get a free venue from a community organization or a company that has an office, we can obviously promote them and co-host it with them. But that's probably the first step.
If I may add here, for explaining for Pineapple Ford Coppola, there is important to keep in mind that these events that are during the crypto events are different from the Pizza Day events, where I feel it's more towards the general community, the Pizza Day, on the 22nd May, while the events that are during the crypto events are more about, or that's how I always understood it, like reaching out to the community that will be during the event there, and like add ourselves there, basically, like add Pizza DAO to be visible.
Yes.
So maybe like connect, go with some local crypto project that is there already, and maybe like connect with them, like do it in their office or something of this sort, maybe. So it's a different goal maybe than the pizza days, right? Am I right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. During conferences, we're really trying to bring the conference community to our event, and it's a good. We can have a lot of the same partners between conference events and Pizza Day, but Pizza Day is very much, it's more of an onboarding thing, and our conference events are more of a bring together the local community sort of thing. They can also onboard, but you're right that they are. It's a slightly different audience.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
A little bit to make sense to find a org to get a venue, and that we can work towards that. But then you mentioned having a separate meeting for like the African events. I think we can go deeper in there. East Safari, I know Greenfield Kenya is having like a regen hub that they're doing during If Safari. That probably would be a great.
Yeah, that's a great venue. That sounds like a very promising venue. Oh, I think your connection is getting wrecked. That sounds terrible. I'm sorry. I'm going to server mute for a second just to save our ears. Okay, let's see if he's back. You back? Satoshi? No worries. I unmuted you now. If you can unmute, maybe your mic works now. But yeah, 100%. Greenpill headquarters, the Regen Hub during ETH Safari sounds like a great place for us to host an event. I think that we should work with that. Okay, Token. I have been in contact with a bunch of roll-ups and with our friend QZ, who runs East Singapore. We are looking at doing an event on the 19th at the Art Science Museum. It is going to be an incredibly expensive event. Oops, sorry. We probably need to raise about 50 or 60,000 for this. So I am hard at work, and anyone who can contribute there, we're really looking at roll-ups, like EVM roll-ups, obviously, and that kind of ecosystem. So I reached out to Eigenlayer. They couldn't, but maybe we'll try Celestia. We've been talking to. We do have a relationship with a lot of these roll-ups. So anyway, go ahead, Danlov.
Sorry, this is for Token 2049. Is that correct?
Correct. In Singapore. Yeah.
What date is it exactly?
Our event would be on September 19th.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Are you going to be there?
No. I thought it might be closer to the DevCon time, and so I thought I could perhaps be there. This also, though, would be a good event for me to shoot over to people at work and see if they're interested in, because I think,
Yes, this one's going to be. Yeah, this has the potential to be a real flagship event, like on the level of our Denver event. We just have a bit of a fundraising challenge, which I'm going to attack head on tomorrow.
Okay. Feel free to poke me tomorrow and or over the next couple of days. I'll see if check with Ben if.
Yeah, and the venue in Singapore, it is incredible. It's the Art Science Museum. It's like insane. Look at this place. It is really, really beautiful, and part of the reason why it's so expensive is that it's F1 week in Singapore, so just everything is like blown out of
Okay.
proportion. That said, like Don Diablo said, there's a ton of fundraising of funding available in the ecosystem of companies that are headed to token. So it is. Oh, welcome back, Satoshi. So it is doable. Any questions, comments on token? And again, this is a reminder, especially for like big dollar ones like this, 12.5% rule does apply. So anyone, if you can bring in a $10,000 or a $20,000 sponsorship, you know, that's $1,250 or $2,500 that Pizza DAO will pay you. We did pay someone we did pay Don Green Peppers $1,250 on a commission for Denver. So was really happy. We were really happy to do that. Otherwise, we have ETH Warsaw. I haven't talked to anyone about. Do we have anyone? Yeah, Papa Mush sorry, Papa Mush, you also got some commissions. Yeah, shout out Papa Mush. So yeah, we do have an opportunity in ETH Warsaw. I don't know if anyone here is going to be there. Maybe it's just a smaller thing. All right, I want to move on from events and open the floor, so I'm just going to skip the rest of this stuff. You can see the sheet. As always, our events live at events.pizzadao.xyz. We do have to schedule a recurring events team call. There are a lot of people here right now who are on the events team, so I would like to take this moment to schedule it. I see Pineapple Sorvino is here. Don Heebie-Jeebies, I think you should be on those calls. Saucy Saucier is here. So I would love to figure out a time right now. I would love it to be, yeah, I guess we could do a let us meet, but really, like, let's just pick a date. Let's just do it manually. So I would like to do it on Tuesdays, I think. I would like to do it on Tuesday afternoons. Is that possible for you, Heebie-Jeeb? For you, Sorvino? Could Tuesday
Anytime
afternoons
before
work?
5 on Tuesday works fine for me, and that would be 5 p.m. ET.
Love that. Okay, so then anytime between noon and 5 p.m. Eastern, Don Hebe or Saucy. Saucy can't do it until after 5. Okay. Then maybe, yeah. Anytime 12 to 5 is good for you?
On a Tuesday, sure.
Okay. Then I think we should do it Tuesday during the day. We'll just have to catch Saucy up on it. So let's tentatively schedule for Tuesdays. Would you prefer to do 1, 2, or 3 p.m.?
Let's do 2 in case it goes over. We still have a little bit more time. The
All right,
earlier the
great.
better.
Great. Okay, I've got that scheduled. I will make it a recurring call for now on, and we can always, this is the first time we schedule this, so we can always decide there's another time we prefer if we don't have as much attendance or we decide it's not good for us. But for now, it is scheduled. Thank you, everybody. I think that's a really important crew to have scheduled. Okay, next. I think we're at the end. Let me see. Crew update. Oh my God, we didn't even do crew updates today. Maybe we just skip it and leave it for the crews. I'll just say briefly, for those of you who don't know, we have a bunch of crews. They meet during the week. They work on stuff. You can see them at crew.pizzadao.xyz. All right, the floor is open. What's up, everybody?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I don't know about who's on the comms team, but I dropped the message on the channel, on the comms channel, to see if we can like start drawing up a little bit like more detailed things like towards the goals and roadmap of the DAO. Like maybe like coming up with like missions and intents. So like when the reviewers that's like you guys are reviewing like proposals and things like that, like you kind of have like a little bit of metrics with it. I know there's a lot of research that's being done like in the space right now, and what you're doing here is like on another level that we can actually, if arranged well, we can actually have some experiments and some studies of like how the DAO treasure is being used, allocated, and like how it's actually going. These events and these different proposals are going actually towards like the goals on the roadmap that we have set up for like different have set up for quarters to come. Like for example, like the pizzeria partnerships, like the real estate aspect in different locations. Like what are these proposals going like that's being passed or being put out? Are they valuable like immediately, or do they have like delayed gratification that's valuable for later on for partnerships? Or like, so it's just some kind of like metrics behind some of the stuff. I just was I guess I'm just kind of like asking if I can hop on with on the comms team and nerd out on that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And it sounds like some of what you're talking about here might straddle a few teams. Because like a lot of our proposals, that's like a little bit governance, it's a little bit biz dev, it's a little bit events, but yeah, you and everyone else, 100% welcome to join any crew. And the best way to do it, I'm going to add you in here to the comms crew so that we know that you. Oh wait, we need to get you a number. Actually, I don't think you have a crew number yet. So, and this goes for everyone else too. If you want, I know where are you based? Are you like nomadic these days, or are you staying in
Bro,
a certain place?
I'm honestly nomadic until November. I'm gonna be based in West Africa until like from November till probably like East Denver, and then go back. So like right now I'm pretty nomadic. I'm in Atlanta right now, but yeah, I'm
All right, I'll
digital
put you in
nomadic.
Atlanta for now on the cheap, buddy. But that we can update it as you move around.
Cool.
We have work to do in Atlanta actually. So while you're there, we should talk about that. Number wise, and this goes for you too, Chaz Pepperoni. You can pick a number. Every number up to number 30 is taken, but 31 plus, pick a number and maybe it's available.
You said number up to 31 is taken.
Yeah, up to 30 is taken. 31 is available, and then like people have picked random numbers above that.
Yeah, I want 369.
369 is available. Oh no, there is a 369. Pizza Mind in Manchester has claimed 369.
All right, cool. So all right, I want 37 because 37 is still 3 and 7 is still magical, and you round it up.
Oh
It's still 10.
man.
It's still
All right,
10.
so you've met two people you should be friends with now. You need to talk to Olive Montoya. She's 37. She's pretty cool actually. She co-hosted in Nashville. She's wonderful.
All right, cool. Well, I'll do 42.
That's mine, baby.
Yeah, all the good numbers. You got all these people. Like, do you know these numbers is like meaning behind what I'm picking right now? Are you serious?
Yeah. 42 is my first choice.
Oh my god. All right. What about? Jeez.
You're asking for
See how big the
numbers.
Pizza Mafia is, and
Bro,
what
I don't
good
just pick
taste we
numbers
have
as
in
random. There has to
numbers.
be a meaning behind it. Yeah.
Exactly. That's why we let you pick. But
Yeah,
everybody, see what good taste we have here at the DAO.
Yeah. It's the collective, man. It's the collective mind. All right. So let me try again. Yeah, okay.
You can also see
Okay.
It's Screw.Pizza DAO.
68.
Ooh, 68 is your number. Let's go.
It's like right below 69, but it's just adding it up. Like it still ends up to 5. It's weird how I'm doing it, but
Like,
if you
here's a
add
funny
all the
one.
numbers up, 8 plus 6 is what, and then add those two, it still
And you
ends
get
up to 5. And 5 is ideal. I've been seeing 555 all day. I literally went to go buy something. It was 555. I've been seeing 555 all day. So yeah,
Rorschach
68.
Carbonara wanted 888 but got 889. So you'll see a lot of those kinds of things.
All right, cool. Appreciate it.
Okay, I think. Oh yeah, and wait, and now I can add you. What I was originally intending to do, which is add you to the comms crew, and you are now on there. Okay. And the comms crew meets Mondays at 4 EST.
Cool. Do you guys have like a Calendly, not a Calendly, but like a link, like a
All
Google
we
link
have,
for the schedule? I would just add it to my.
so we haven't done that yet. We do have a Discord event that maybe can be added to your calendar easily. I think it can
It
be
can.
actually.
It can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so maybe do that.
Cool.
All right, floor is open. Oh, we're at 2:00, but I want to give anyone else a chance to speak if you have anything to bring up. Floor is open. Oh, Pickle Beats, do you want to give a quick merch crew update?
Yeah, sure, for sure. Yeah, so pretty much during our last merch call, we're starting to do them every Thursday now at 5. We were talking about creating a membership kit. We were bouncing around a bunch of different ideas about possibly doing like a bandana or possibly doing different designs, but we kind of landed on the idea of having a membership kit, which would include a membership card. There's a design in the merch crew where it kind of shows what we were thinking about for what it looks like, and it would include a membership card, and also like a name tag ID, like a plastic one you would see for like if you go to Best Buy or anybody's working at any type of place, they have a plastic name tag, and on the name tag it would say like Pizza Dow, and then it will have it will say name in like a line, so you kind of have to write in your name for each individual. So the kit would be a membership card, the name tag, possibly a Sharpie that comes with it as well. And that'll be kind of like how anybody could be a part of Pizza Dow. So yeah, we were pretty excited about the merch. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Oh, I forgot the Molto Benny keychain as well. We were thinking about.
I want Molto Benny gibbets.
For like your Crocs, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I'm gonna start wearing Crocs to conferences.
They probably have pizza ones for sure.
But they are back. Like the kids are wearing it again. I heard. Or what?
Exactly. How do you do,
They've been wearing
fellow
them.
kids? Check out my Crocs.
That's actually not a bad idea. Multi Benny gibbets.
We did a price check on that a while back. I'm pretty sure Heebie-Jeebies got us a quote of it was not so bad. It was like $3 or something a gibbet.
$3 a gibbet? That's really good. Wow.
$3.69. No, I don't know.
Oh.
Merch. So yeah, join that call, everybody. Thursday, 5:00.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Global Pizza Party shirts, Saucy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I totally screwed up the Global Pizza Party shirt orders, for the record. Like, I messed them up every way you could imagine. I messed up the ordering of the t-shirts, the blanks, because it was too hard to find the tie-dyes. I got the printing, the printers messed up, and they did like this hard black line on a lot of them that looks bad, so I wanted to get them reprinted. And then I compounded the errors by shipping the wrong t-shirt to a bunch of people. Oh, and then I freaking CC'd the recipients of the t-shirts, who I had to tell that I was sorry instead of BCCing them as I intended to do. So I can only apologize to the mafia, and say that we'll do better. And I'm working on getting the misshipped and misprinted shirts redone and reshipped.
Hey! I know you're a made man in a mafia, but we still have to set an example. What is the punishment, bro? What are we gonna do?
The punishment is that I have to do all this work again. It's awful. So yeah, never again. We're gonna have to change how we fulfill our our shirts, because I'm clearly anyway. Okay. Yeah. Anything else, y'all? Floor is open.
Hey, Enzo, just want to say thank you guys for the warm welcome. Also wanted to ask if we could connect offline and learn more about the DAO and see how it could help.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we'll just hang out on this channel sometime. We can just chat about it.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. Any other Pizza DAO announcements? All right. I'll see those of you who are NFT holders.
I would like to contribute. Hello from the.
You've interrupted that, Samore. Okay, go.
Sorry. I want to help just very fast fixing the city column that some places are just text, but I'm trying and I can't. How can you send me a message on Telegram? How can I do it? And I will fix all the ones that don't have a pin because my talk.
Oh, you type at before the place.
Okay.
You mean in the crew sheet?
Yes, I will fix all this. Okay, excellent.
Yeah,
Musico
I
Chaval.
find it.
No, it's
I
not working.
I have a personal announcement, which is that Google Docs retweeted me.
Yeah.
That's
Wait, Google Docs account?
Yes, Google Docs. Google Docs. This is a big personal win for me. I'm sorry to take up the call with this, but
You're the biggest influencer.
Did they invite you to the World Championship of Excel?
I don't know if I could compete, honestly, but I'm just honored to be in the room.
When did this happen?
You will do better than the Australian girl in the Olympics with the that dance.
Yeah, I think you missed the beginning of our call, but we actually had some breakdancers in Toronto do those moves at our party, actually.
Well, I will fix that. I just need to know how to make it.
All right. Well, yeah, it is. You do type, it's an at the beginning, and then you type the, it doesn't work when you put it in front of the word that's already there. You have to type it again. It's kind of annoying. I'll let them know now that I'm inside the Google Docs family.
Okay, I will fix it.
All right. Anyone else have anything to add before we play our song? All right. Ciao, Bella. See you in the back room.
Ciao.
Again.
Ciao.
All right. See y'all later. Peace.
Adios.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Adios.
Molto bene.
Molto bene.
Molto bene.
Molto bene.
When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring.
All right. If you've got an NFT, see you in the back room.
You'll sing Vita Bella. Hearts will play tippy tippy tay, tippy tippy tay, like a gay tarantella. When the stars make you drool, just like a pastifazool, that's amore. When you dance down the street with a cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Scusa me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. That's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. That's amore.
Bells will ring.
Ting-a-ling-a-ling.
Ting-a-ling-a-ling.
And you'll sing Vita Bella.
Vita Bella, Vita Bella. Hearts will play.
Tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay. that's amore. That's amore. When you dance down the street with the cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Scusa me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore.